JobTrac is a complete project management tool. It is designed to assist project managers in scheduling projects, tracking the approval process through submittals, submitting change orders, keeping track of important schedule dates, allocating resources and equipment, submitting applications for payment, and collaborating with other companies involved in the project. In this video, we will take a quick tour of JobTrac's key features. When you open the program, the first thing you see is the Projects section. Other sections of the program are accessed through the bar to your left, with subsections accessible through these icons. On the main project screen, we create our jobs and enter the most basic information about them. Across the top of the screen, we see a number of tabs that break the project section down even further. For example, the Journal Message Center displays a log of communications that we have submitted for this project. Any RFIs, transmittals, change order proposals, and so on are automatically logged here, where we can review them at any time. Let's go to our Access bar and bring up one of JobTrac's key features, the Schedule. All the tasks for our job are listed here. These will come in automatically from an IntelliBid job, or you can enter them manually. Hours for each task are displayed as well. To the right is the Gantt chart, which provides a visual representation of start and end dates for each task. Milestones and predecessors are displayed as well. Switching over to Task Information, we see tabs that present a range of information about each task in the job. The General tab displays budget values and allows us to establish start and end dates for the task. Predecessors lets us set up tasks that must be completed prior to others. The Labor tab is where we will schedule our labor resources. Early and late start and finish dates are displayed here, with our budgeted hours displayed here. We fill in the grid with available laborers until we've scheduled enough labor to complete the task. The Equipment and Subcontract tabs work the same as labor. In the Material Other tab, you can view data pertaining to the materials required for this task. First, you can view the budget values. These come in from IntelliBid or can be entered manually. When you're ready to submit a purchase order for this job, click the PO Processing button to create a new purchase order. Enter the quantities you require, then go back to the PO Processing button and finalize the purchase order. Once we've received our material, we can enter and view installed values as well. This information is useful in the job costing process. The Notes tab is good for keeping records for project management meetings. Next, let's look at JobTrac's labor factoring feature. When performing estimates in IntelliBid, certain adjustment factors are applied to various subtotals in the job, such as fixtures, switchgear, etc. These adjustments are designed to nudge the labor hours in the IntelliBid database so that they are more in line with your actual job experience. The labor factoring feature helps you to set up these adjustments in accordance with jobs you have worked in the past by comparing budgeted values against actuals. First, we select the type of job we want to compare. It's important that we select like-type jobs as we don't want to compare values from an industrial job against values from a residential job. The results are not comparable. Then we can select one or more completed jobs of the selected type and view our subtotal recommendations. We select the bid template that we would use for this type of job. Here we see the list of subtotals and the labor factors that are currently set up in that template. The average column shows the factors that were used in the selected jobs, and calculated shows the difference between your budgeted and actual labor values for those jobs. As a safety cushion, JobTrac defaults to a 2.5% adjustment from the calculated factor, although this adjustment can be edited to suit your needs. All this results in a recommended factor for each subtotal. Here we see that JobTrac is suggesting a slight reduction in our labor estimates for GRC fittings, but an increase for fixtures. If we want to use these recommended factors in IntelliBid, we click this button, and the factors are applied to the selected bid template for our future jobs to use. Now let's look at the change order section of JobTrac. Here we see a list of change orders that came over from IntelliBid. You can also add change orders manually. We'll want to edit our proposal before we submit it. We can include a description of the work being performed and edit our closing text. This middle section here displays a list of values that came from the IntelliBid change order. Once we're ready to send the proposal, we select who we're sending it to and by what means: email, fax, and print. Emailed proposals include a PDF copy of the change order report. Next, we'll look at our schedule of values. This section of the program tracks previous requisitions and prepares applications for payment. Our prices are broken down by task, and we can add any additional tasks that may not have been included in the estimate, like mobilization. Adding this mobilization throws our labor out of balance, so we'll right-click our out-of-balance amount and tell JobTrac to distribute that among all the other tasks. This saves us the trouble of having to tweak the other task values by hand. On the calculation sheet, we see the totals for each task and how much of each task we've completed to determine how much we can apply for. We can change the completed percentages to apply for more or less of the job. Then we go into the Application for Payment tab, review our values, and print the application. JobTrac gives us the option of printing to plain paper or printing directly to an AIA Form G703. Here is the submittals section of JobTrac, where you can track all your submittals and their approval status. There is also a section for managing your labor and equipment resources. These are the resources you will use in your schedule. Various reports are available, such as a calendar report showing all jobs where the resource has been scheduled, and a baseline report that provides an overview of scheduling so you can easily check availability. These are only some of the features JobTrac offers to make the project manager's job easier. For a more complete demonstration, contact ConEst Software at 800-662-7687.